All right, this is reflections. It's really fairly simple how you do this. There's a couple concepts, about 3 concepts I need to go over. So let's do the minimum stuff first to show you how easy it is, and then I'll show you a couple other things. All right? So the first thing I want you to do is graph all these points on this graph, but go by 2s, please. So we're going by 2s. Page 100. So go by 2s. Stop. So A is at -1. We're going by 5s, remember? So -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's A. B is at -4. +4. And -3, 1.
Why?
All right, so there is ABC. All right, so we are going to reflect over the y-axis. So that means we are going that direction, going to the right, over the y-axis. All you have to do for reflecting over the y-axis or the x-axis or any other horizontal or vertical line, all you have to do is count. So A is 1 unit away. So put A prime 1 unit on the other side. Very simple.
Sure, but I feel like there's more to it.
B is 1, 2, 3, 4 units away. So B prime is 1, 2, 3, 4 units away on the other side. Now, plot. We are. I'm counting 1s halfway in between. Okay, so C is, watch, 1, 2, 3. So C prime is 1, 2, 3. The hash marks are going by 2s. And then you should look at it and make sure it looks like it has been reflected.
That's a pretty good.
It is awesome. I love it. That's special. Everybody do number 2. Graph it, please. Graph. Be quiet and graph it. Go by 2s on this as well. And as math students, you need to be able to go back and forth between however many increments they are. Is it notability if you draw a straight line and hold it, it'll make it straight. Wish this did that. Oh, this is Edu Creations. Or no, Explain Everything is what this is. Edu Creations is another app like this. Okay, now we are graphing or reflecting over the x-axis. So count to the x-axis and then count to the other side. Do it. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. So A is 2 units away. A prime would be 2 units away on the other side. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the other side. C is 1, 2. So C prime is over there. So there, it looks like it reflected over the x-axis. Good? We good? Any questions? Wouldn't that be great if that was all it was?
Yes.
Graph A, B, and C, please. A, B, and C. Graph it, please.
I already did it.
The whole problem?
Yeah, she did that one.
I grabbed that one the first time.
Because she thought 3 was
No. Huh? You go by twos if you want. When you reflect it, you're going to need to have gone by twos. So, otherwise, you're going to be off the graph. You what? What do teachers look like?
Look in the mirror. That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
It says white.
Was I talking to you? No. I was talking to you.
So aggressive.
All right.
That's crazy.
Everybody get that graph?
Yes. Yes, sir. Hold on. I mean,
Kobe.
You still drinking 3 of those bangs?
No, it's not bang, it's venom. I've only had one today.
you only need 0.
No. Well,
Okay, now, where is, or what does that line look like? There's only one letter, so what is it?
It's straight.
It is straight, yes.
Straight.
Up, or is it up and down vertically, or is it sideways horizontally? What letter's up there? Well, how do you go through the y-axis?
Horizontal.
How do you go through the y-axis? You're right, horizontal.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but you're doing this, and you said horizontal. I mean,
She's just stupid. It's okay.
I forgot the name. I forgot the name.
okay, so this is your line.
I wish I could do that to my
I
past.
hate it here. You're gonna make me redo all this.
Okay, so y equals 1 is right here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Gosh, Blockwood.
Yeah.
She's calling me cock.
So A is 1, 2 units away. So 1, 2. A prime is right here. That's where I put it the first time. I could rewind the recording and make it sound like I didn't make a mistake.
Put that on the first time. It's just the camera.
Oh my god.
Wait, they can hear us?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've called people stupid like 5 times.
and that's the 6th time. Okay, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. C prime is at 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my god.
And B is at 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3.
He's recording the lesson. Don't say anything stupid.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So much stupid.
So much stupid. Let's add that to it.
Other students are gonna listen to this and be like,
Wait, Mr. Luck, are you recording on your iPod? So much.
On my iPad, right here.
Oh.
Okay, now, we're not going to do this one.
Hey, wait, I need that one.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, don't go ahead.
Now, the next problem. We're not doing this one. I'm just showing you that you would reflect it over x equals -3. So if you went by 2's, the x equals -3 would be right here. And you would count to that line and count to the other side. Are we okay with counting to the lines? Anybody need to actually do this one?
we should.
All right.
Is this?
So let's go to, and let me pause this.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and do another one here and put another picture in. Okay, so we are going to do, okay, stop.
I'm gonna back it up.
y equals x is a line in slope-intercept form. Y equals 1x plus 0, mx plus b. So where is that line? It goes through at 0 and has a slope of 1. Up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1. I'm sorry, these are going by ones on here, so. So there's that line. Okay? We're going to reflect over that line. So how do we do that? You're not going to count to it. Now, on this one, it would be pretty easy. You could probably figure it out. But as we get into bigger problems and stuff, you need to know the trick of doing this. So whenever you have y equals 0, or y equals x, whenever you're reflecting over y equals x, if your coordinate was AB, the new coordinate is going to be BA. So here's how we do this. I want you to write down all of the coordinates, A, B, C, and D, that you have. Go ahead and write them all down. And these are not going by twos. So without even graphing these, you're going to tell me what it graphs to. 2, negative 3. 2, negative 1. 4, negative 1. 4, negative 3. Now plot those. Plot those. What's the matter?
Shut up. Fine, I'll just stop answering the answers then.
2, negative 3 is A prime. B prime is at 2, negative 1. C prime is at 4, negative 1. And D prime is at 4, negative 3. And when you connect these, you see that it is reflected across that line. What'd you do? What'd you do?
Okay, so I translated it like it was here. So I had the right idea, but I just put it on this one.
Gotcha.
I'm not actually
Okay, now, can I move on? Ugh. Okay, now, I want you to change something on this picture. I want you to put D at negative 1, 4.
What? Where is that?
It's going by twos. Just put D in a different spot, please. So I'm just going to cover this up here so we can see our picture a little bit better. So put D at negative 1, 4. Now, I want you to give me the coordinates again, A, B, C, and D. What?
It's because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, we know.
Certainly you do know how to write down coordinates. Okay, so your y equals mx plus b, negative 1, x plus 0. This is your line that you're reflecting over. So there's no difference between, there's only one difference between this and the last problem. It's still y equals negative x. The last one was y equals x. So you still flip your numbers. So 0, 2, 3, 5, 5, 2, and 4, negative 1. I'll stop for a second and wait for you. And I can't graph it. I'm not done.
It's gonna be over the line.
Well, I'm not done. The first thing you do, let me finish. The first thing you do is you switch your x and y, just like you did on the last problem. The next thing you do is change all the signs.
Okay, continue.
So negative 2, this will be negative 3, negative 5. This will be negative 5, negative 2. And d prime will be negative 4, positive 1. So plot those, please.
I thought you said to drop it, and then I was confused.
Now all those ones?
Well,
Oh my. No, I never have done that.
so take a look at that, and you'll see that it is reflected over that line. So the last two examples we've done, the 5 and 6, you have to remember what to do with those coordinates. And that's why you do homework for practice, to help you remember it.
So if the x is negative, then you have to make it negative.
Change both of them. No, change their signs. You still flip them, but you change their signs. Okay, we're not done.
Are you kidding me? Literally. I wish we had every class on the same day.
All right, we aren't going to, we're not going to do this one. It's called a glide reflection. And basically all you're doing is you do a translation and then you do the reflection. Okay, so you're going to actually plot those points, do the translation, and then you take that new image that you have and do the reflection. So it's a composition like what we've been doing, like we did in section 1. All right, so I'm not going to do that. You should know how to do that. So now I'm going to talk about lines of symmetry. Lines of symmetry are where you can reflect something over itself and you get the exact same picture. So is there a line of symmetry in the word moon?
Yeah.
So if you do that, do you get the same thing?
No.
Horizontally.
Horizontally.
Do we get the same thing?
Yeah.
No, because this would then look like that.
Oh, look at you do.
So no, there is no lines of there aren't any lines of symmetry. Wow
Yep.
Yes, it does.
has one right there.
Down the O.
One vertical line of symmetry. Kid,
Time to cut some.
Yes.
horizontally.
That.
What about Doc?
Yeah.
Horizontally.
Oh, wow.
All right. What about a equilateral triangle? How many?
2, 1.
There's one and it's vertical.
Who said 3?
You're correct.
1, 2,
And 3.
and 3. Oh, it is. Let's see.
What are you
Oops.
What are you drawing?
I'm trying to trace that.
It looks like a.
Okay, so what if I did this? Rectangle. Draw it. Draw it and draw all the. Kendall, be quiet. Draw your lines of symmetry, please. Now I am. 1, 2. So it has 2. It does not have any more than that.
You're tripping.
If.
Yeah, I thought,
No, you're good.
the angles were.
If you have a square,
Anthony, take off your lines.
No, I didn't do it.
how many do you have for a square?
2, 4.
Oh, that's what it
Infinite 2.
Don't have infinite.
Oh my gosh. So you have the normal ones.
You got 4. Missed your one.
4.
Yeah.
Does that sphere have?
All right, that's it. 3 through 25, page 186.